verso.
If you have Verizon and you have football in the palm of your hand, your much, much smaller hand.
Watch live primetime games on NFL Mobile, included only on Verizon.
A mild night in Arlington, Texas, and thus the roof is open at AT&T Stadium, where you'll see the next chapter in a great rivalry as the Philadelphia Eagles meet the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday Night Football. Beautiful weather in North Texas. Roof open, AT&T Stadium. They expect a crowd of around 90,000 tonight as DeMarco Murray, who spent 4 years with the Cowboys, comes back to town with his Philadelphia Eagles against the Dallas Cowboys, and the recently returned from his broken foot, Dez Bryant, on Sunday Night Football. Al Michaels along with Chris Collinsworth and Michelle Tafoya. Well, the Cowboys have lost 5 in a row. That coincides with the broken collarbone suffered by Tony Romo against these Philadelphia Eagles back in September, but they're still very much in the hunt in the very tight NFC East. Tony is expected back. He is on schedule and should play in 2 weeks at Miami. But make no mistake about it, a win tonight is vital for the Dallas Cowboys. And then there are the Eagles, who come in with a record of 3-4. Surprisingly, the defense this season has been better than the offense. You don't know what you're going to get week to week. They are all over the map, these Philadelphia Eagles are, and they face a team that beat them in Philadelphia in week 2. Albeit with Tony Romo, who of course will not play tonight. Chris, the Philadelphia Eagles, you might say they have shown us the good, the bad, and the ugly. What do you see for the immediate future for this team?
You know, the Eagles have let a lot of star offensive players go over the last couple of years, but you say, hey, it's Chip Kelly's offense. They set all kinds of records last year. No big deal. Well, not so much this year. And tonight they play without their best offensive lineman and Jason Peters. It will not be an easy homecoming for DeMarco Murray.
You cannot overstate the importance of tonight's game for the Dallas Cowboys to stay in the race. How do they get it done?
Well, I think the pressure's on Matt Castle. You know, with all they really need is one win without Tony Romo, and they just don't seem to be able to get it. Matt Castle in his passing game doesn't have to be great. They just need to be good enough to make them back off the run that can be so dominant. They can't get that done either. Big game for the Cowboys, big game for Matt Castle.
Eagles, Cowboys, and of course a guy who's been in the headlines over the last 48 hours is the defensive end of the Dallas Cowboys. Greg Hardy will detail that story when we come back.
Get apps, video, and more at itunes.com/NFL. Sunday Night Football is brought to you by the Kia Sorrento, built for football families. By Subway, the mouth-watering chicken and bacon ranch. Subway, eat fresh. And in high definition by Navy Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
A better network, as explained by backup quarterback Luke McCown.
Verizon has backup generators for most of their towers, so they're ready if the power ever goes down. I wonder why they save those backups. and not just put them in the regular rotation. I bet if they just had the chance, some of those backups would really shine.
No matter what happens, a reliable network has your back.
Let me get this straight. You quit your job, sold all your stuff to get a new car, and now you're just going to drive across the country.
That is the plan.
Wish I'd done that.
Discover the exciting and reliable Optima. Discover the new Kia.
Still haven't tried FanDuel's one-week fantasy football leagues? Over 1 million fans have already won money. Choose a league. They start at $1. Pick your team. Done. Winners get paid the next day and there's no season-long commitment. FanDuel pays out $75 million a week. Get off the sidelines and get some. Try FanDuel today. We'll match your first deposit up to $200. Love it or your money back. Guaranteed. Go to FanDuel.com, enter promo code WHITEOUT. That's WHITEOut.
For the best Sunday Night Football social experience, go to snfallaccess.com. And throughout the game, follow SNF on Twitter for Michelle Tafoya's updates from the sidelines.
Celebrating 10 years of Sunday Night Football, NBC Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, please stand. In honor of Veterans Day, the Cowboys, along with all the NFL teams, will continue their long history of honoring the military through the Salute to Service campaign. Presenting tonight's colors are American Legion's 12th District Veterans Honor Guard. Performing tonight's national anthem, please welcome the United States Army's 1st Cavalry Division Band, who are joined by members of the military on field.
And always great to see so many of the troops in attendance. Many here tonight at AT&T Stadium. Well, last year, Greg Hardy was convicted in North Carolina of domestic violence. On appeal, the conviction was dismissed. 2 days ago, photos from the police investigation surfaced publicly and created quite the storm. For the latest, down to the field, and Michelle.
Well, Al, last night, Greg Hardy's only statement since the photos became public came via 2 tweets. The first read, quote, "Just had to say I express my regret for what happened in past, and I'm dedicated to being the best person and teammate that I can be." It was followed by another tweet reading, "But mostly I am grateful for the opportunity to play in NFL." Now, Cowboys official told me Hardy's future with the team is based on his commitment to participate in programs the team has in place. And for the past 11 years, the team has had on its staff Jacqueline Stevens, a mental health expert, but citing federal health laws, the team could not confirm whether Hardy has been in counseling. The official added, if Hardy violates the NFL's personal conduct policy again, he will be out of the league for good. Hardy starts his 4th straight game for Dallas tonight, Alan.
Thank you, Michelle. Jerry Jones saying he's giving him a second chance, just historically, to button that up. Last year, played in 1 game at Carolina, then was suspended the rest of the year, got paid. This year, he was originally suspended for 10 games. That got reduced in arbitration to 4, Chris, and he played 3 weeks ago.
And can we just, before kickoff, just add that there's a human element to this for us as well?
Sure.
We're going to call the game. We're going to do our job. We're as uncomfortable as anybody is with what we saw in those pictures and what we know of this court case. Unfortunately, Greg Hardy's going to be a big part of this story. We'll call the game. We may do a little commentary at some point, but we'll let it go at that.
That we will. Dallas won the toss. They have deferred, so they want Philadelphia to have the ball. The Dallas defense will be out there. Dan Bailey kicking off. Josh Huff standing about 6 yards deep in the end zone. And the season reaching the halfway mark on this 8th night of November. And we will start with a touchback. And we'll start by taking a look at the Eagles starters.
Sam Bradford, Oklahoma.
DeMarco Murray, Oklahoma.
Riley Cooper, Florida.
Jordan Mathews, Vanderbilt.
Brent Selleck, Cincinnati.
Zach Ertz, Stanford. Lane Johnson, Oklahoma.
Alan Barber, Missouri Southern.
Jason Kelsey, Cincinnati.
Matt Tobin, Iowa.
Dennis Kelly, Purdue.
Chris talking about Jason Peters at the top of the show and how much they will miss him. And you're going to miss a guy who goes to 7 Pro Bowls, hurt his back 2 weeks ago against Carolina. We did that game on a Sunday night. They had the bye, but he's still not ready to play. So we will begin with Bradford taking the snap out of the shotgun, and the former Cowboy DeMarco Murray out in the flat, hauls it in and goes next to nowhere. That is Sean Lee, who was all over the field in week 2 against Philadelphia, making the tackle.
Well, one thing you're going to see all night long from Sean Lee is that he will be protected by his defensive line mates up front. They are going to try and allow him to run free as he did in that first game.
Murray goes nowhere again. So last year led the league in rushing. This year a totally different story. And of course the Philadelphia Eagles go no huddle. They go quick paced. They're last in the league in time of possession. They run a ton of plays, but right now they're 3rd down and 9.
And this is starting just the way the other one went when DeMarco Murray had 13 carries for 2 yards.
They go 3 by 1 with the 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen. Cowboys looked like they were ready to come. Bradford doesn't get blitzed that much, but he does here. They flush him out of the pocket, and then he throws and completes it, but not enough for a first down. That is Josh Huff making the catch. So Rod Marinelli doesn't blitz that much, and they don't blitz Bradford that much around the league, but they do that time. He completes it, but not enough for a first.
Going to come with the blitz off the edge here by Byron Jones, who's going to flush Bradford out. Bradford making more plays on the move, and that's just the way the Cowboys would like it.
Donnie Jones to punt. Lucky Whitehead. He almost blocked it. Whitehead is back. The flag is down. Whitehead's going to let it go. Takes a good Dallas bounce, but there's a flag down. Ed Hockley is the referee. So a minute and 13 seconds into the game, his first pronouncement.
Running into the punter.
That's a first down.
Number 38. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
It was 4th and 4, running into the punter, a 5-yard penalty, so Philadelphia will keep it. And that is Jeff Heath, who was involved in that hit on Ricardo Lockett of Seattle last week. They almost blocked it, and then Jones goes down, and Philadelphia retains possession.
Yeah, and don't forget, the Cowboys did block a punt of the Philadelphia Eagles the first time they met, gave it another shot.
Not only blocked it, ran it in for a touchdown. Kyle Wilbur did. Now it's Murray. Runs into his own man, and then forward for a gain of about 4. Sam Bradford, happy birthday to Sam. He is 28 tonight. Number 1 pick back in 2010 by the St. Louis Rams. Had a good rookie year. Then he's been hurt the last year and a half. Made the trade, did Philadelphia with St. Louis. They sent Nick Foles to the Rams. Bradford comes this way, and now in his 8th start as an Eagle. Has good protection, but the pass is incomplete. Claiborne is there. Pass intended for Miles Austin, the former Cowboy. It will be 3rd down and 6.
Lane Johnson off to a good start against Greg Hardy already right here. He has played left tackle in college. He said it's a little different getting back out there. Took a little bit of practice, a little rehearsal, but said I feel pretty comfortable with it.
3rd and 6, and Bradford over the middle completes it, but stops short of the 1st down. Josh Huff making the catch, but they collect him at the 40-yard line. So once again, Philadelphia to punt, as they have run 6 plays but can't pick up a first.
And it's always one of those issues that if you have short drives with that fast-paced offense, you end up in trouble late in ball games as your defense wears out.
And Jones with a high booming kick. Lucky Whitehead will back up and catches it at the 1-yard line, something you're not supposed to do, and that's the reason right there. So Whitehead brings it back to the 7, and Dallas will start its first drive from deep in its own territory on Sunday Night Football.
There's more than one route to the top. The 2016 Lexus LS and the new LX. Each offering leading-edge comfort, safety, and performance technologies. The ultimate in refinement meets the ultimate in capability. This is the pursuit of perfection.
There is a rhythm. You have to listen to hear it. It beats inside each and every one of us. It beats like a drum. It says, get out there. Create. Do something special. It is the rhythm of inspiration, and it whispers. Be bold. Be an artist. A titan of business. It says, make music. Inspire. Build. Be a hero. Nurture that rhythm. Take it with you and make it sing. We all have greatness in us. And with the right tools, there are no limits to where your rhythm will take you. Introducing the ultimate laptop. Surface Book by Microsoft.
Sunday Night Football being brought to you by the 2016 Lexus LS and new LX. Polished meets purposeful. By the United States Air Force. Experience more at airforce.com. By Miller Lite, now back in its original bottle. It's Miller time. And by Microsoft Surface, the official tablet of the NFL. Salute to service. The Sunday night bus, Cowboy cheerleaders, Mobile Cowboys Hall of Fame came to the Fort Worth Joint Reserve Base on Friday. Our troops in attendance tonight. And Philadelphia meeting Dallas, and they've been doing it since 1960. Darren McFadden gains 5. Let's take a look at the Dallas starters.
Matt Castle, USC.
Darren McFadden, Arkansas.
Dez Bryant, Oklahoma State. Terrence Williams, Baylor.
Jason Witten, Tennessee.
James Hanna, Oklahoma.
Tyrus Smith, USC.
Lael Collins, LSU.
Travis Frederick, Wisconsin.
Zach Martin, Notre Dame.
Doug Freak, Northern Illinois University.
So 2nd down and 5 now. It's 45 Rod Smith. He's a rookie out of Ohio State. Pick him up on waivers from Seattle. He was in motion, and Bryant makes the catch. And Dez Bryant, who broke his foot in the opener and was out until last week, collects it here, tackled by Nolan Carroll, and that's the game's first down.
Well, you're going to get 4 receivers up here and 1 down here, and as long as you're willing to play man coverage on Dez Bryant, you're going to get your shot. And already we see Dez a little better than what he was last week. May have come back a week too early. I thought Matt Castle may have tried to go a few too many times to Dez against Richard Sherman. They get off to a good start.
And now from the 18, you got McFadden with a big hole. And the former Oakland Raider has a first down on the game of 13 up to the 31-yard line.
going to see the big running lane right here. And the one thing they talk about with Darren McFadden is he's a little different runner than some of the other guys that they have. Jason Witten on the outside with a good solid block, but he's a strider, so he's a guy they want to get going sideways, get his full stride going, and defensively what the Eagles would like to do is make him stutter step. Once he stutter steps, doesn't re-accelerate quite as well.
It's Terrence Williams in motion. Castle looks one way, then the other, hits Bryant on the run. And Bryant is inside the 35-yard line with the Eagles chasing him across the field, and he's finally tackled from behind at the 18 by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks, who went all the way down the field. He beats Carroll that time, and that's good for 56 yards.
Just man coverage, and one of the things that the Eagles were working on this week was they wanted them to take away the slant. They thought the slant route was the one thing that kind of got Dez Bryant going. That time you saw Nolan Carroll sink way inside, and it set up Dez to go down the field for the long one.
Give him officially 51 to the 18-yard line. And Bryant, 2 catches, 2 plays. Tony Romo with the earpiece in, listening to the play calls. Play action, reverse roll, and then it's dropped by James Hanna. Matt Castle, the last time he faced the Eagles, he was a Minnesota Viking, and he played well that day. 382 yards, a couple of touchdowns, came up with New England, went to Kansas City, made a Pro Bowl there. Minnesota, and he was going to be the Buffalo starting quarterback, at least at one point during training camp this year. And then wound up getting traded after the injury to Romo in week 2 from Buffalo to Dallas. Bryant back in, 2nd down and 10. McFadden runs into his own man, and that helps the Eagles stop him. Benny Logan, the nose tackle, makes it 3rd down.
You have a tremendous defensive line going against a tremendous offensive line, and there's Benny Logan right there in the middle, who has just been playing great, going against the rookie Lyle Collins. This is some matchup. If you want to see best against the best, these run defenders up front for the Eagles, these pass blockers and run blockers for the Dallas Cowboys, a tremendous matchup. We'll try and watch it all night long.
Yeah, you saw Benny Logan take care of Lyle Collins, the rookie guard, on that play to make the tackle. 3rd and 9. Castle fires. That's caught to the 9-yard line. Terrence Williams. It's a yard shy of the 1st down. So what does Jason Garrett want to do here? Very interesting call, because it figures to be a low-scoring game. I don't know. You know, at this point, who knows? But 4th and 1. You figure if it's a shootout, you definitely go for it. Low scoring. What do you do? And Castle's waiting for the call. They're going to send new personnel in right now.
Going with all the big guys, but now it looks like they're going to fool around here and have to call a timeout.
Right. They sent a jumbo package in, extra offensive linemen. And so instead of fooling around with a change of personnel, all the rest, they will discuss it.
That's their first. It's a 30-second timeout.
Cowboys again. Romo gone after week 2. You go through the last 4 games, only 4 touchdowns, 42 drives. They have not scored a touchdown in 2 of their last 3 games. They played real well in the game after, at least the offense did, the game after Romo was hurt against Atlanta. They had 3 14-point leads in the game, but the defense couldn't hold the Falcons that day. But since then, it's been a struggle. They had Brandon Whedon quarterback until 2 weeks ago, and then Castle took over.
Yeah, season lows, 220 total yards, just 91 yards passing against Seattle. Fewer than 100 passing yards for the first time since '03, to give you some idea of how much hotter this start is for the Cowboys in this one than it was a week ago.
Charles Brown, extra offensive lineman. He would be eligible. Number 78, McFadden is the running back. They put a fullback in the game. That's Tyler Klutz. And on 4th and 1, here's McFadden, and he's going to bull his way for a 1st down. Tell you, it's McFadden's time to shine, because the best laid plans of the Dallas Cowboys went awry. They were going to have a 3-headed rushing attack this year, but those 3 guys, it's just McFadden who's left.
Big double team on the right side. Zach Martin, Doug Free getting off the ball, and then a heavy run, as they like to call it, by Darren McFadden. It's one of the things that they really miss with DeMarco Murray, his ability to fall forward, Al, for those extra couple of yards on most of his runs. And they feel like that Darren McFadden's starting to get there a little bit.
Had a good day in New York in a losing cause. Quarter approaching the halfway mark. First and goal. Castle. And he throws that one away. This drive started after a 59-yard punt back at their own 7-yard line. Lucky Whitehead catching it at the 1. I'm sure he was talked to by Rich Bisaccia, the special teams coach.
I would imagine.
Castle trying to make this a 93-yard drive.
You get the feeling that they're picking on Nolan Carroll just a little bit on the corner. It seems like no matter who it is that they put over there on that side, that's their side of choice.
He's going to be matched up with Des Bryant. There they are. Bottom of the screen.
Looks like man coverage too if he wants Des.
Second down and goal. Now he may get some help, but McFadden will take it to the other side on the ground. We mentioned at the beginning of the year they had Joseph Randall. They picked up McFadden in the offseason, and they had Lance Dunbar. Dunbar got hurt, out for the season, week 4. Randall off the field issues. He was playing pretty well, but they finally had to say goodbye to him. And so now it's McFadden, and he's backed up by Kristen Michael. There's D'Amico Ryans, the great linebacker for Philadelphia, inactive for the second game in a row.
And Kiko Alonso now in for the Philadelphia Eagles for the first time in about 5 weeks.
Picked him up in the trade that sent LaShawn McCoy to Buffalo. Third and goal. And it's caught by Beasley for the touchdown. Good protection that time for Matt Castle. And Castle, who didn't even throw for 100 yards last week, all game, throws for 70 on that drive. They go 93 and take the lead.
Cole Beasley has been the forgotten man here lately. Watch him come out and then loop back underneath here. Single coverage on him because they had double coverage on Des Bryant on the other side of the field. But they really needed to get some additional wide receivers going. Here's the double on Des on the outside. Safety over the top. Had him covered. Maybe everything starts to open up on this offense if other receivers start to make plays.
Dan Bailey for the extra point. And the Dallas Cowboys trying to make it a season sweep over the Eagles. Off to a good start. 6:44 to go in the opening quarter. 7-0.
America's future will be determined by your dreams and your visions.
Some of you will fly the fastest planes that have ever been built, reach the highest altitude that man has ever gone to.
Whether you serve in the skies above or on the ground below, each of you has stepped forward to defend your country.
The American people support you, and they believe you truly do represent the best of America.
It's got a short neck and a long history. The original Miller Lite Steiny bottle is back. But not for long. It's Miller time.
While others go in circles and repeat themselves, we choose to carve our own path in the pursuit of exhilaration. The 306 horsepower Lexus GS. Experience the next level of performance, and there's no going back.
We have men and women that volunteer their lives, if need be, so we can live free. When you see those men and women in uniform and that serve our country, a simple thank you goes a long way. I truly cannot say thank you enough.
You can catch every moment of Sunday Night Football with NBC Sports Live Extra. You can take the game with you anywhere on your laptop tablet, and connected TVs. It's downtown Dallas, about a 35-minute drive from Arlington. AT&T Stadium opened in 2009. Jason Garrett has watched Cole Beasley go into the end zone to cap a 93-yard drive. And that's Bailey's second touchback. Philadelphia takes over at its own 20, down 7-0.
A better network as explained by J.J. Watt chopping wood in the middle of the forest. Verizon has the largest 4G LTE network. What does that mean? Well, pretend J.J. Watt is your signal. It means even out here, way out here, you'll find your signal working hard. Really, really hard. Because that's what a strong network does. That and play football. Watch live local games on NFL Mobile, only on Verizon.
This holiday, I can count on being slammed with orders.
We're getting slammed with orders.
And my customers knowing right when their packages arrive.
Totally slammed.
Introducing real-time delivery notifications. One more reason, this is our season.
Making Christmas wishes come true from wherever you are, and having dreams delivered to your door. For some of us, that's all in a day's work. Shop the way you live, love the way you shop, and experience more wonder every day. Walmart.
Hey Siri, play some 80s music.
Starting tomorrow, The Voice goes live.
I'm proud of you.
And for the first time, each coach will bring back one eliminated artist in the new Coach Comeback.
Man.
The Voice 3-day special event starting tomorrow on NBC. And get the NBC app.
Up to the minute standings, NFC East Giants won today, went to Tampa, beat the Buccaneers. They're 5-4. You can see Philly at 3-4, Dallas 2-5. If Dallas wins, they will have swept Philadelphia on the season series, and they'll have a better division record than the Giants. A game and a half back. They have split with the Giants this season. They still have 2 games to go with Washington. And they get a flag before the snap for a false start.
Offense, number 65. 5-yard penalty, it's first down.
Well, there's Lane Johnson, the man very much in the spotlight tonight.
Cowboys love these late shifts right before the ball is snapped, just to give the offensive line a little different look, and sometimes it makes the offensive lineman flinch.
Running back is Ryan Mathews, a low snap, and Bradford has to reach down to collect it, and David Irving, a rookie out of Iowa State, makes the tackle. It's a loss of 4, and it's 2nd down and 19.
I tell you that David Irving's been some fine, hasn't he? Comes over on waivers from Kansas City, and he's had a big impact.
Now Bradford rolling left, and that won't go anywhere. Taken down at the 12-yard line. Zach Ertz, Barry Church. Strong safety comes in to knock him down after a gain of 1, 3rd and 18 now.
Well, Barry Church is loaded up on a couple of hits already in this game. He is turned into a tackling machine. 2nd on the team only to Sean Lee, and very solid tackles so far here tonight.
So Mathews in the backfield. They also have Sproles in the game. Darren Sproles, he's in the slot. 3rd down and 18. Bradford going deep downfield, and that is caught up at the 39-yard line by Miles Austin. So on 3rd and a mile, the former Dallas Cowboy comes up and collects a big first down on a gain of 27.
Watch this. They try to get cute with their coverage and disguise it. They end up with Claiborne basically playing the safety on that side and just give up 3rd and a million for a first down.
Up at the 39-yard line. And this is the former San Diego Charger Ryan Mathews, who's been fighting his way through a groin strain. There's some question whether he would be able to play, but they use Murray, they use Mathews, and they have Sproles as their 3-headed backfield.
Yeah, and he's had a great year. 6.1 yards per carry, 2nd in the NFL, and A lot of people think that maybe he should be the starting running back over DeMarco Murray.
2nd down and 8. And here he goes, and Mathews gets taken down from behind. Good tackle, about 3 yards shy of the first down. Tyrone Crawford. So here's how they use their running backs. Murray plays a little more than half the time. Mathews about a quarter. Sproles 34. Of course, that's more than 100% because sometimes you have 2 guys in the backfield. Yards from scrimmage right there. Meanwhile, 3rd down and 4. And Bradford throws and getting popped immediately. Jordan Mathews, Brandon Carr knocks him down, creating a 4th down.
Well, sort of like watching Cam Chancellor play. People coming out of the secondary and just knocking the heck out of people. This looked like it might go for a little bit. And all of a sudden, a cornerback, Brandon Carr, comes up with that shot.
Nice start. Yeah, Jones the punt. Since Whitehead took that one back from the 1, he's not in there right now. They go back to Beasley, their regular punt returner, and he goes for a fair catch at the 17-yard line. With less than 4 to go in the opening frame, 7-0 Cowboys.
FanDuel has definitely changed my Sundays. It's made it a lot more interesting.
FanDuel projects it'll pay out $75 million a week on average this football season. Immediate cash payouts, and there's no commitment.
I've deposited a total of $35 on FanDuel and won over $2 million.
Choose a one-week league, pick your team, and join over 1.2 million people who've already won.
It's like the best adrenaline rush ever.
Try FanDuel today. We'll match your first deposit up to $200. Go to FanDuel.com and enter promo code FACE.
It's time to play Game Time Gold at McDonald's.
How about them Cowboys?
Get a Chicken McNuggets 20-piece for $5 and you'll get 2 chances to win. With millions of instant win prizes and a $500,000 winner guaranteed every week, who's your team?
We're the open water paddlers. The best part about kayaking together are times like this.
Here's to friends who reach for better. Fewer carbs, fewer calories, superior taste. Michelob Ultra, the superior light beer.
Blind Spot is fall's #1 news show, and tomorrow, her web of lies.
What else do you know that you're not telling me?
Will finally be exposed.
What if I turn you in?
Blind Spot, new tomorrow after The Voice on NBC, and get the NBC app.
Bryant already a couple of catches tonight. His number is on the season. And we go to Michelle.
Well, Allen was back in the opener when Des Bryant fractured the 5th metatarsal in his right foot, also known as a Jones fracture. His surgery a day later involved inserting a screw into the bone along with a bone graft. Bryant is wearing an orthotic in his right shoe, and he had molds of both feet taken so that the shoes could be customized specifically for his feet. Those are the shoes you see him wearing now.
All right, thank you, Michelle. Well, last week he played a lot of plays, but really wasn't a factor. Tonight he's been a major factor thus far. 51-yard reception, helping to set up a touchdown from the 17-yard line. Castle hands off to begin this drive to Darren McFadden, and we'll take a look at the Eagle defense here.
Cedric Thornton, Southern Arkansas University.
Benny Logan, Louisiana State University.
Fletcher Cox, Mississippi State.
Connor Barwin, Cincinnati.
Jordan Hicks, Texas.
Michael Kendricks, Cal.
Brandon Graham, Michigan.
Byron Maxwell, C.C. Blaney.
Walter Thurman III, Oregon.
Malcolm Jenkins, The Ohio State University.
Nolan Carroll, Maryland.
Eagles redid their secondary with the exception of Malcolm Jenkins in the offseason. They're very deep at linebacker, and they've had to be with all the injuries. On 2nd down and 6, McFadden picks up a couple. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
I tell you, this Jordan Hicks is some story, isn't he? Comes in there, they get all their linebackers hurt, and he just keeps making plays. Here he is. He's the signal caller now as a rookie. We met him the other night. Sharp young man. You can see where they'd want him organizing and structuring this defense. And when he pulls the trigger to go get somebody, he goes hard.
The Cincinnati kid who wound up going to Texas. Picked him in the 3rd round. 3rd down and 4. Castle stepping up and incomplete. A little behind. Flag though comes in. End of the play. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. Ed Hockley with the call.
Pass interference, offense number 11. The penalty is declined. Brings up 4th down.
I tell you, these referees are getting slicker all the time, watching for these pick plays that everybody seems to do. There is no question Cole Beasley came down with the sole intention of picking middle linebacker Kiko Alonso to free up Dez.
And you saw Beasley come off the field holding his back as he goes to the bench. Chris Jones will send it down to Darren Sproles, one of the best ever at running back kicks. And it's a wobbly duck. Fair catch called for at the 31-yard line, and that's where Philadelphia will begin its next drive after a 45-yard boot.
Lift with your legs.
It's not going to fit up the stairs.
What time does Goodwill close?
Goodwill is open until 9 p.m.
Show me a moving company nearby.
Moving company within 6 miles.
How do I get to 3221 Carter Ave?
226 High Street.
Here are your directions.
When does my package arrive?
Your most recent order has shipped.
Thank you.
Setting new home address.
Text, Mom. I really like your hair.
There he is. Look at that bad man getting his smoothie on. Bad man getting his feet wet. Who's that bad man getting his feet wet? This is Russell Wilson country. And this, Russell Wilson air. You see that? Whose bird is that? That's Russell Wilson's bird.
It's me, the M, the A, C, the K. Sounding like a French from back in the day.
Wireless headphones, engineered for exceptional sound.
Queen Latifah, Mary J. Blige, Common, Neo, David Allen Greer, and an all-star cast.
That wasn't my full growl. I'm just giving you a little bit.
The Wiz, live, December 3rd on NBC.
Next Saturday, the Demon Deacons aim to take down the Fighting Irish in South Bend. It's Wake Forest going up against Notre Dame, number 5 in the country. Coverage beginning Saturday at 3 o'clock Eastern time on NBC. Eagles begin this drive now from the 32-yard line. Cowboys up 7-0. Bradford, good protection, and the pass is incomplete. A flag though comes in. Pass intended for Zach Ertz. Brandon Carr with the coverage, and looking at Carr, you know who's going to get the flag.
And one of those peel back routes, and like Church may have grabbed a jersey or something.
Pass interference defense number 39. The ball is placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Not Barry Church at all. Right here. I think he had the wrong number. I'm pretty sure it was Barry Church.
From the 41-yard line on first down now. And coming around the corner, putting his head down, is DeMarco Murray, and he gets taken down by Carr after a gain of about 3.
Not exactly, but a little bit. You're not allowed as a running back to drop your head and initiate contact lining somebody up. That was close.
Bradford off the option, and the pass intended for Mathews is no good, and that's Byron Jones, who's really made his mark. He's a rookie, played at Connecticut, drafted toward the end of the first round, has taken over as a starter, and has been drawing praise from everybody.
He is a star. They had him playing safety and corner. Now they've got him playing the toughest position in football, slot corner. It's remarkable what he's done as a rookie.
3rd and 7.
And now blitzing.
Here they come. Bradford backpedaling and has that knocked down. Could get nothing on it. Tyrone Crawford got his hand on it, so it's 4th down, and again Jones comes into punt.
Pressure coming from everywhere here. They had the screen called, really the perfect call, but Tyrone Crawford reads it beautifully and gets underneath there. That one might have had a chance.
Nose down punt by Jones. Beasley again calls for the fair catch, makes it at the 12-yard line. So again, the importance of this game, you know, it's funny. This season has not worked out the way either team wanted. Dallas got off to a good start, but then Romo got hurt. Philadelphia, as we said at the open, all over the map. But the NFC East figures to go well down to the wire.
Yeah, no question. And if the Eagles' offense grows into itself, maybe they make a run. But the team I think that everybody has to keep their eye on, let's say the Cowboys could get a win here tonight. Then Romo comes back. This is the team that everybody had sort of penciled in as one of the favorites in the NFC. Who knows? Could they come off the deck and make that kind of run? Dez is healthy. Romo's healthy. Certainly a possibility.
Well, we talked to Tony over the weekend, and he feels, hey, look, if we can just get this win tonight, he'll be back in 2 weeks. He can come off short-term IR against Miami. The other thing that works, though, against Dallas right now, and why tonight's game is so vitally important, among other reasons, 4 of their next 5 are on the road, including a couple of games at Green Bay and Buffalo.
One thing that broadcasters around the league generally have a conversation about is that every time we tried to say Tony Romo was a good player and the most important thing, and the reason the Cowboys are hanging in there every year is because he's playing so well. And most people would scream, oh, you're sucking up to Tony, and, oh, come on, it's the Cowboys and all that kind of stuff. But now, without him, I think they're getting a little taste of how good a player he is.
Hockley announced that I think there were 12 men in the huddle, so he called a penalty here. But now there's a discussion as Garrett comes out onto the field. Ed, a barrister by trade, of course, has to meet with everybody. It's when the attorneys decide they're going to go up to the judge, right, and have a little conference. Well, Riley Cooper.
He's had that knee issue that he had against the Giants and didn't do much in the game last week.
He's going to limp his way back to the locker room.
That foul cannot be enforced from the end of the kick. The penalty is declined. Dallas will keep the ball at the 12-yard line. First down.
You know, Ed likes airtime, right? We like Ed, but I mean, come on. That took us a minute and a half.
He's been an entertainer for a long time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Those two guys pretty good entertainers, too.
From the 12-yard line, it's first down. Start on the ground. Fadden. If he can stay healthy, I mean, that was the issue with him in the past. He picked them up, went to Arkansas, Jerry Jones's alma mater. Had 152 yards a couple of weeks ago against the Giants. And he was a major star in college and a very high draft pick by the Oakland Raiders a few years back.
Yeah, he had a 1,000-yard season a couple of years back. And the question is, can he stay healthy enough to be that guy? Well, he doesn't have a lot of choices right now, other than a couple of guys he picked up from Seattle. Kristen Michael, Rod Smith, he is the man now.
Second down and 9. Castle slings it to the outside. That's caught close to a first down. Beasley, before he is forced out of bounds. They'll put it down just shy of the 22, which means it'll be short by about half a yard. Third down.
Well, if Tyron Smith isn't the best left tackle in football, I don't know who is. That guy is one of the more powerful athletic beings that you will see, and he is going to have his hands full tonight against a couple of guys. Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, Vinnie Curry, all good off the edge. It'll be fun to watch.
Bringing the extra lineman who's eligible here, Brown, number 78. Heavy package on 3rd and 1. And a big hole exploited by McFadden. First down up to the 30.
Well, I tell you, you're powerful up front when they blitz right into the hole where you run, and your offensive lineman, led by Zach Martin, blows it out anyway. It's a heck of a run block.
That will take us to the end of the first quarter. Arlington, Texas on this Sunday night. Dallas 7. Philadelphia nothing. And Sunday night football continues after these messages.
Waiting all day for Sunday night. He trains. He's psyched. Ready for the knockout? You don't know ARP. He's staying in shape by keeping his brain healthy and focused with AARP's Staying Sharp. With engaging online games developed by the top minds in brain science, and exercise and stress reduction tips that can help impact brain health. So he's ready for the real possibilities ahead. If you don't think top of my game when you think AARP, then you don't know ARP. Find more surprising possibilities and get to know us at aarp.org/possibilities.
I'm looking to get a new iPhone for my son.
Well, we have it. And right now you can get 15 gigs for the price of 10.
Oh, good, because he goes through data like crazy. Oh, there's my boy who's looking for a new iPhone.
He goes through data like crazy.
Yeah, data, streaming, texting, emailing. Loves watching football games.
Oh, yeah? Who's your favorite team?
He texts, he doesn't talk. That would be weird.
Get an iPhone at AT&T and get 15 gigs for the price of 10.
Tell me what happened. Monsters. Are they real?
He's been following us!
We will surely perish out there.
We might also survive.
If we are to die, let us die as men.
In the Heart of the Sea, rated PG-13, December 11th.
No more games. I can't go to jail.
Sometimes the right decision isn't in the book.
Tonight's aerial coverage is being brought to you by Geico. And that's a look at the Texas Motor Speedway. And they had a busy weekend there. A lot of racing, NASCAR today on NBC. And the winner today, Jimmy Johnson, won the big race. From the 29 now, flag is thrown. And Castle's hit as he throws, and the pass is incomplete. And Tyler Klutz, the fullback, in there holding Michael Kendricks.
The 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
And it was the other way around. It was Kendricks holding, and that's going to be a first down.
Michael Kendricks is the designated blitzer. You will see him coming off the edge a lot. See if he puts that face mask right underneath the chin to get that block done. Not allowed to do that. It's an unfair advantage they've deemed. So a cheap first down.
Could have called that either way.
Yep.
34-yard line, first down. Fadden push his way to the 39-yard line. Boy, quite an odyssey from Matt Castle. Went to USC, was a heralded high school star in Southern California, but then wound up playing for the Trojans behind. At first, Carson Palmer, all he did was win the Heisman. Then he plays behind Matt Leinart. He wins the Heisman. Barely plays at all at USC, but was picked in the 7th round by New England. And then when Tom Brady got hurt on opening day early in the game in 2008, it was Castle who took over and played his way into a big payday the following year in Kansas City. Fletcher Cox makes the tackle. And you know, you talk about all the stuff that the guy has to go through. He gets traded. So they have 3 kids. They were all born in Kansas City. He goes to Buffalo. His wife is pregnant. She's about ready to give birth. He gets traded to Dallas. So that baby was born here.
They had been here exactly 1 week. And of course, Matt is in desperation mode trying to learn the offense, so he's at the facility from 6:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. every night. Meanwhile, his wife is home with a new baby and 3 other kids, all under 5. He said it was just a madhouse, as you can imagine, but he's come out the other end and had a good start here.
Apart from that, nothing was going on. He goes deep on 3rd down, and it is incomplete. Terrence Williams is there and holds his helmet, knowing he had a good shot to hold on to it. 4th down.
Pretty good coverage this time by Nolan Carroll, but there is no doubt when they're going down the field, they don't care who it is that's on that side. That's the one that they want. Pretty good opportunity there for Terrence Williams, unable to make that play.
So now Chris Jones bunting toward Darren Sproles, and he makes the fair catch at the 20-yard line. 13-18 remaining in the first half. 7-0 Dallas.
McDonald's and the NFL are teaming up like never before. Your NFL loyalties will be tested. We're giving away tickets to the Super Bowl, millions of instant win prizes, and $500,000 guaranteed every week.
Go, Pack, go. How about them Cowboys? Here's you, partner. Hey, Coach.
Text in your code, and if we announce your team on NBC Sunday Night Football, you're automatically a winner. You could even win $500,000. It's time to play Game Time Gold. Who's your team?
It's the one, right?
We forgot Dave.
Thank you. So, can the test drive be over now? Maybe head back to the dealership?
It's practically yours, but we still need your signature. The Sign Then Drive event. 0 due-it signing, 0 down, 0 deposit, and 0 first month's payment on a new Tiguan and other select Volkswagen models.
Don't just watch the game. Open up a can of football with a crisp, refreshing Bud Light.
Can anybody help us?
Don't go it alone. This Veterans Day event, Sears experts will help you save 40% or more on Kenmore Hot Buys and save 20% or more on Hot Buys from other top brands. Sears, house experts for homeowners.
DeMarco Murray, new team, new system. A lot of everything is new. Runs from the shotgun, as you can see, not that many in his 4 years with the Cowboys. Romo handed off from under center a lot. This year, 73 of his 88 carries coming into the game have come from the shotgun or the pistol. So he's taking it from a different angle. He's not complaining about it, but you begin to wonder, Chris, you can build up a bigger head of steam, no question about it, if you're taking the handoff from a quarterback under center.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have that big Dallas Cowboys offensive line either. I think he understood what his decision was about coming here. Didn't really like it. They've altered this offense so that he can get behind more double team blocks, and it's helped.
Well, he says take that for a 9-yard gain out of the shotgun. Kyle Wilbur makes the tackle, 2nd and 1.
Yeah, that's what this has become a little bit more of, trying to get this offensive line moving forward. The one thing they found out is that DeMarco Murray is not an outside the tackle runner, really. He's a guy that wants to put his foot in the ground and get downhill. And at least so far tonight, he's had a couple of them.
Well, now he's going to swing to the outside, pick up the first, and he took that handoff from Bradford under center. It's a money deal. There was no question about it. Dallas wanted to keep him, made him a pretty good offer. They also had to sign Des Bryant. It's a salary cap situation. He said it was a very tough decision. He kept going back and forth and back and forth, and finally opted for the payday. As you look at the Jones family.
He also said sometimes in life you have to be a little greedy for yourself. It was a big difference in the money, and the Eagles were a winning franchise and made a family decision.
From the 32, checking it down, and it's Murray making the catch on the outside. Wilbur forces him out. Boy, he was being recruited almost daily by Tony Romo and Jason Witten, the key guys at Dallas, but at the end of the day, it was Murray on to brotherly love.
You know, and he was the leading rusher in the National Football League. He didn't want to go.
2nd and 2, and this time it is a first down as Murray gets taken down by the safety J.J. Wilcox. So a healthy dose here. Chip Kelly calling in the plays. First down.
But instead of so much of the read option stuff where the quarterback has that option to keep the ball, that has been a very small part of this offense. This has been the big part.
Well, so 4 runs and a pass reception. It's been all Murray, and he takes it a yard shy of the 50.
Sort of these inside zones, they're going to do that, and then he just picks wherever he wants to go. The guys that run that well inside, as they set up those blocks, try and stretch them wide and then cut back into the hole. And that's what DeMarco Murray does very well.
Now you get Mathews in the game, and Mathews will swing to the outside and pick up a first down, and a lot more forced out by Jones at the 30-yard line. So they go Murray, 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 and then Mathews for 21.
Well, in this change of pace, because you have somebody in Ryan Mathews that has the ability to turn that edge, and so all of a sudden that change of pace feels very different when Mathews comes in there.
And the former Charger that time to the 27-yard line.
But this is fantastic news for Sam Bradford. I mean, no matter what the play action is, every offense, and Chip Kelly's included, is a play action passing offense. You get the running game going, your passing game has chances.
2nd and 7. Bradford has time, finds the open man at the 18. That is Jordan Mathews, and that will move the sticks.
Well, and the other thing that it does, you just keep pounding him with the running game, and all of a sudden this defensive line and pass rush, Greg Hardy and company, they aren't nearly as fresh. They're not flying off the ball the way that they have been in some games.
High snap. Mathews will take it around the corner and backs his way to the 6-yard line. That's the 5th first down on this drive, which started at their own 20.
Well, Green Bay Packers sweep here. We're going to bring them a couple of them out here around the edge. But exhaustion comes into play, and we've seen this with the Cowboys before. They lock defenders on the field, and now look what happens. The Cowboys are going to take a timeout probably just to make the substitution and get those tired defenders off the field.
Right, they are gassed.
They're staggering off the field right now.
There's a shot right there that tells you all you need to know about a racehorse offense.
That is Chip Kelly's offense. Everybody wants to think it's about the quarterback running the football, but he has changed it. It's different. Sam Bradford, coming off of 2 knee surgeries, is not going to be a runner. It's just not going to happen. So now they're running pounded inside, go outside. They've got some play action passes that if that end wants to crash, they can take advantage of it. Same concept, just doing it a little bit differently.
Yardage almost dead even. They need the timeout, get some fresh bodies in there. So 1st and goal. Randy Gregory will come in and take the spot of Greg Hardy, at least for a moment. Now Darren Sproles flanks wide left. Bradford with 5 wide here, swings it, and that's deflected and almost intercepted. Josh Huff volleyballed it into the air. Sean Lee just couldn't get there. 2nd down and goal.
We have seen so many easy drops by these Eagles receivers. It's almost hard to explain. 1 every 8 pass attempts, something like that. It's incredible.
4 a game. Here's Sproles, who slithers his way in for not a touchdown, but to the half-yard line. Sneaked his way through a hole.
Let's see exactly where he's down. That's pretty close.
Well, it's not a scoring play, so if Kelly wanted to look at it again, he'd have to challenge it. He doesn't. It's 3rd down and goal.
That might have been worth a look.
And Bradford will throw, and it is incomplete. It is busted up at the goal line. Byron Jones is there. 4th and goal.
I'll tell you what, this young man has just been something special. To play slot corner, he was a safety, he's been outside corner, he's a slot corner. Here he is. Watch him just jump that. That looked like it was going to be wide open to Jordan Mathews, and Jones just closed rapidly on that one. And now the decision has flipped.
Well, Dallas made a 4th down. on their touchdown drive. Here's Murray in the game as the back. 4th and goal, and Murray will bull his way in there for a touchdown. So they almost score on the Sproles play, and then Murray's able to take it in.
Really nice job of scrambling here by the center, Jason Kelsey. I think that I couldn't tell who it was trying to get underneath him, and Kelsey basically just jumps on his back and rides him out of the play. Good job by DeMarco Murray to see that and jump back inside and power his way in. That was an impressive drive.
13 plays, 80 yards. 9 of them were runs. Just reviewing it as they always do in a scoring play. 6 minutes into the second quarter, we're an extra point away from it being tied, and now you've got going to the sideline for the Dallas Cowboys is Nick Hayden. Reason for the delay here. That's Deuce Staley, pretty good running back in his years. Chip Kelly said he sends the running backs in. Deuce is the guy, whether it's Murray or Mathews or Sproles, he makes the call.
And they really don't care who it is that's in there. I can't tell you how many different coaches I've talked to with the Eagles, and I say, oh, you know, who do you like? And, you know, I say, we don't care. We just are about getting it as fast as we can get it going, keeping fresh bodies in there, and defensive linemen a lot of times have trouble keeping up.
Caleb Sturgis. Cody Parkey got hurt earlier in the season, so they signed him. And the extra point to tie the game. With 9:01 remaining in the opening half, but before we start the music and the commercial and all of that, we got a flag.
And if it were to be on Dallas, they could make that decision, right?
They could.
They could move it down to the 1.
They could.
But it doesn't look like it's going that way.
Teams have retreated to their benches. The jury is sequestered.
Judge Cato with the verdict.
After the try, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, Dallas number 76. The try counts. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
All right, so that's Greg Hardy with the foul. Game tied 7-7.
Okay, we're here. There's Dad, Mom, the twins, Aunt Alice.
You didn't tell me Aunt Alice was coming.
Of course.
Don't forget Grandpa. Can the test drive be over now? Maybe just head back to the dealership.
Don't you want to meet my family?
Yep, totally.
It's practically yours, but we still need your signature. The Sign Then Drive event. 0 due-it signing, 0 down, 0 deposit, and 0 first month's payment on a new Jetta and other select Volkswagen models.
Ready?
There it is.
The dueler tires on Terrence Knighton's truck are engineered to be Bridgestone's best SUV tires, and now they have an 80,000-mile tread wear warranty.
Guess we're gonna be here a while.
First time on a treadmill?
What are you saying?
I'm just saying.
Still haven't tried FanDuel's one-week fantasy football leagues? Over 1 million fans have already won money. Choose a league. They start at $1. Pick your team. Done. Winners get paid the next day, and there's no season-long commitment. FanDuel pays out $75 million a week. Get off the sidelines and get some. Try FanDuel today. We'll match your first deposit up to $200. Love it or your money back. Guaranteed. Go to FanDuel.com, enter promo code CLUTCH. That's CLUTCH.
Welcome to Cloud9 Superstore, where you can shop.
Look at that. Looks like he fell asleep shopping.
He's not. Till you drop.
Oh! What's gonna happen to the couch?
Does that mean it's gonna be on sale?
Superstore. Special preview November 30th after The Voice on NBC.
Coming up at halftime, one of the segments will be an exclusive preview of the new NBC drama starring Jennifer Lopez and Ray Liotta called Shades of Blue. Preview coming up at the half from Arlington, Texas. So after the foul, kickoff from the 50, resulting in a touchback. And Mr. Castle and company will go to work from the 20-yard line. The foul was on Greg Hardy in on the special teams extra point. End of the play. 76 right there. Little shove down. Matt Tobin is the guy he took down. That is the third penalty against the Cowboys tonight. The Cowboys had 18 penalties in that win at Philadelphia. Somehow they withstood 18 penalties and won that game handily. Now on a roll, Lucky Whitehead makes the catch, and Whitehead brings the ball out to the 28-yard line. Had a real good preseason, did old Lucky, and made the team, and then has been running back kicks from time to time.
There's a guy who's having a really good regular season. Malcolm Jenkins, no question about it, one of the top safeties in all of football right now, and it's because of his versatility. We talked about Byron Jones a little bit. This guy plays all over the field. See him in man coverage on the tight end, on the slot, play back deep, good tackler. He has just found a perfect fit for him in Philadelphia.
2nd and 2, and McFadden will get tripped up very close to a first down. I think he appears to have it. He does. Thornton with the tackle, and Chip Kelly raving about these two guys.
Yeah, we talked about Jenkins, but Walter Thurman, how about the transition he's made? In Seattle and with the New York Giants, a cornerback. Chip Kelly knew him well at Oregon, knew the kind of guy that he was, and said he could be a safety. He's come over here and given them one of the most dynamic safety tandems in all of football. Both of those guys have corner ability, both drafted as corners, so they're not afraid to drop either one of them down to play man coverage. Gives them a lot of versatility for Billy Davis's defense.
Castle throws, and the first catch of the night made by Jason Witten, who is closing in on 1,000. Tremendous career, steady as a rock, as solid as they come. 13th year out of Tennessee. Only missed one game in his career with a broken jaw early on. Class personified. And one of those guys you just want to see in Canton someday.
Yeah, what Jason Garrett tells us, he said, yeah, I know all the stuff going on with Greg Hardy. He said, I just tell everybody, do whatever Jason Witten does. Just follow 82. Whatever he does on the field, off the field, do that, and you'll be fine.
2nd and 3. And trying to work his way past the line of scrimmage is McFadden. Picks up about a yard, takes it to the 38-yard line. Upcoming 3rd down and a long 2.
Well, so much of this is sort of two-gap stuff, but occasionally Benny Logan will jump around the center here in the backfield. Good job by Murray or McFadden to jump around that, but then Jenkins right there to finish it off with the tackle. Benny Logan is something inside. He and Cedric Thornton, the way they play the run. Fletcher Cox, one of the best defensive linemen in all of football. They are strong up front.
3rd down and 2. A little flip back to McFadden into Eagle territory to the 44-yard line. Maragos makes the tackle. So little razzle dazzle and a gain of 17.
One of the nice things about having Jason Witten out here is that he can get these edge blocks. Not easy to take someone as skilled as Malcolm Jenkins and stay on that block. Good play call there that time by Scott Linehan. There he is, Mr. All Everything. We know that he's been around here the longest. He has made so many clutch plays. 2 touchdowns on opening night against the Giants, none since. I think it's going to break his heart when Tony Romo comes back.
In a fortnight. Castle throwing and incomplete. Des Bryant was there. Nolan Carroll leaping. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Every single time that they have had man coverage on the outside with Nolan Carroll covering. They have thrown it deep that way. Here we go, right down the chute here. It's one of those, I don't think Dez ever really saw that ball. Want to throw that thing up there for Dez Bryant. I know he's got the bad foot. Didn't look good jumping against Richard Sherman a week ago. But he is, you can tell he's starting to feel much better. Said he's about 90% now.
Caught 2 on that first drive. And McFadden, good tough running again. Boy, he's having a heck of a half. Finally tackled by Cox. McFadden's now carried the ball 15 times for 79 yards. That's good for 16 right there.
Watch this. These offensive line get a perfect seal on the outside. There is just nobody there. Nothing but the safety, Walter Thurman, to come up and make a play. And I think it's one of the problems that Philadelphia may have. Yeah, they have those corner type guys playing safety, but when you play against a team like Carolina, which they did, and the Dallas Cowboys, and these downhill runs, it is tough for those guys to come up and make all the tackles.
Blitz coming through, and Castle almost gets knocked down, instead stays alive, and then goes a touchdown pass to Terrence Williams with a flag in the end zone.
No question. Terrence Williams pushed off on that one, no question.
That was Jordan Hicks on the blitz, gets the Castle, but then you're going to get a push off here, and the Cowboys have already started to retreat.
Pass interference, offense, number 83. 10-yard penalty for the previous spot. Repeat first down.
Here's the interference. Watch at the very end of it. Push right in the back. And may not have been a bad pass interference. I'm not so sure that Byron Maxwell wasn't going to pick that one off. Jordan Hicks coming right through the middle, went right around Darren McFadden. Some play by Matt Castle to get that done. The crowd didn't like the call, but it was obvious.
They didn't like the call. They didn't like the fact that Hicks blitzed and almost got to Castle, because it was Hicks who was able to get to Tony Romo, and that led to the busted collarbone in week 2.
Social media has not been kind over that either.
Anti-social media. Here is Cole Beasley with a flag down, and Beasley stumbles to the 34-yard line.
Illegal shift offense. There were 2-man moving. Never got set. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
So make it 1st and 25.
Once somebody goes in motion, a second guy can't move or reset. You can do that, but everybody has to be set, and then you go in motion again. Most teams have some kind of a freeze call or something like that. Whenever somebody sees 2 guys in motion, everybody stops, and then you pick the motion back up.
Well, the Cowboys had gotten to the 29. Now they're pushed back to the 44. Fake to Whitehead coming around. Castle's going to pack it in, and Matt Castle gets thrown back as he crosses the 35-yard line. Gain of 11 yards. Kiko Alonso, who's been hurt and now is healthy again, former Buffalo Bill, played for Chip at Oregon, makes the stop.
Yeah, and you don't think of Matt Castle as being a runner, but in 60 fewer games than Tony Romo, he has 360 more rushing yards and 17 more rushing first downs. He showed his ability to run a week ago, and here he comes right back. That was a big play to get him back in field goal range.
2nd down and 14. And Castle fires to the outside, and Williams looks around, thought he was held. No flag. Nolan Carroll with the coverage. 3rd down, 14. Scott Linehan, one time a few years ago, the head coach of the St. Louis Rams. And Jason Garrett had done the play calling and then handed it off to Linehan last year.
And he knows what he's up against with now the 3rd quarterback in there. They're going to try and slow the game down. They don't want to try and get some kind of shootout with Philadelphia. Just let this game come to them. Let the running game and defense win the football game. Then when Tony Romo gets back, get back to the show.
3rd and 14. And it's stripped away, and then Castle's able to recover it. Brandon Graham comes in from the corner to strip it away and almost get the fumble recovery, and that's going to take him out of field goal range now.
Watch Brandon Graham here pull the jersey of Tyron Smith. He's going to get into him, get those hands inside, pull him right back towards him like that, and then go around to get the strip. That was big time. Just as Matt Castle was able to get him back in field goal range, Brandon Graham, who's having a big year, took him out.
So Chris Jones to punt with about 2.5 to go in the half. And a fair catch is called for and made at the 6-yard line by Sproles. 2:15 to the half and a 7-7 game in Arlington.
I hold it down like a Snapchat, go over your head like a snapback, uploaded a pic, double tap that, and your flow so old, granddad. Bruh. It's just banter. Yeah. I'm way too much like a black cap. Aye, boss. What you Snapchatting in the club for? Just dance, man. Like yo fam alam, yo fam alam. Ain't no girl better than. I ain't got time to be TikTok, but I got a new wristwatch.
Load up.
I'll be back.
Own Terminator Genesis on Blu-ray this Tuesday.
Okay, we're here. There's Dad, Mom, the twins, Aunt Alice.
You didn't tell me Aunt Alice was coming.
Of course.
Don't forget Grandpa. Can the test drive be over now? Maybe just head back to the dealership.
Don't you want to meet my family?
Yep, totally.
It's practically yours, but we still need your signature. The Sign Then Drive event. 0 due at signing, 0 down, 0 deposit, and 0 first month's payment on a new Jetta and other select Volkswagen models.
Go, Pack, go. How about them Cowboys?
Here's to you, partner.
Hey, Coach.
Text in your code, and if we announce your team on NBC Sunday Night Football, you're automatically a winner. You could even win $500,000. It's time to play Game Time Gold.
My Buffalo Bills
versus my New York Jets.
We'll see you Thursday night.
Bills Jets, Thursday Night Football. Now only on NFL Network.
Sunday Night Football being brought to you by the newly redesigned Volkswagen Passat, by GE, the digital company that's also an industrial company, and by Bud Light. Make the right call and drink responsibly. Over 59 different pieces of art on display here at AT&T Stadium. One of the featured pieces, starred by Doug Aiken, solar arrangement by Dave Muller. It's been a Jones family affair. Jerry got it built. There's his wife, Jean. She takes care of the artwork. Charlotte and Stephen and Jerry Jr. all involved in the operation. A real family affair here. And what, for my money, is the best stadium ever built. DeMarco Murray stopped at the line of scrimmage. Can you think of a better one?
No, I cannot. And we've seen all the Olympics, and there still isn't one better.
Nope. Not in Sochi, anyway.
Not all the Olympics.
2-minute warning. 7-7 on Sunday Night Football.
This is Black Friday.
Oh my God.
Does anybody want to be part of this?
No.
Well, Chevy has a better way with Black Friday deals all month long.
That's a great idea.
What if you could get up to 20% cash back when you bought it? Bam!
20% back? That's awesome.
It's Black Friday. Find your tag and get cash back for 20% of the MSRP on select 2015 vehicles in stock. Or get 0% financing for 72 months on 2015 Silverado light duty models.
Cool. Time to go shopping.
USAA thanks all those who've served with this Salute to Service moment. During the NFL Salute to Service campaign, USAA encourages every NFL player to salute our nation's military and veterans by displaying a special helmet decal. These military branch decals are a small gesture to show the immense gratitude of the NFL community for all those who dared to take the oath. See how USAA honors and serves our military at salutetoservice.com.
There are things we expect from a phone screen. We expect it to be rigid. We expect it to be flat. We expect it to be fragile. But what if it wasn't? Wouldn't that change what we expect from a phone? Meet the new Droid Turbo 2 with Moto Shatter Shield technology. The world's first shatterproof screen. Only on Verizon. Get up to $300 when you trade in your phone and buy the Droid Turbo 2.
Who will rise in Phoenix and join Jeff Gordon for a chance to win a championship in Miami? The round of 8 continues next Sunday on NBC. Coverage begins on NBCSN.
The husband that betrayed her is back.
I never should have left.
The Blacklist, new Thursday.
So at a halftime shortly, the Colts beat the Broncos. So Denver loses for the first time this year. Vikings win in overtime against the Rams. And Bob will talk about the Carolina Panthers. How about them Panthers coming up at halftime? Carolina now 8-0 after beating Green Bay today. And an odd-looking play right there with a handoff and a backhanded to Murray. Picks up about 7.
And by going out of bounds, it makes this play really interesting because the Cowboys were a little bit stuck. We've talked about it before, but that is not the way that play was supposed to work.
No, it was a 2nd and 11, so it's now 3rd down and 3 from the 13-yard line. And Bradford hangs in the pocket and has the first down. And plenty more on a pass to the tight end, Zach Ertz, tackled by Barry Church.
Well, one of the things that the Cowboys are doing now, they've flipped Greg Hardy over to Dennis Kelly's side. Lane Johnson doing a terrific job, so they're going to take a shot at the other replacement, right tackle Dennis Kelly.
And Bradford to the outside. That's incomplete. Darren Sproles, the intended receiver. 2nd down and 10.
Pretty good job for this reshuffled offensive line up front. A week ago when Jason Peters got hurt, they flipped Matt Tobin out to the left side, and now they've got Dennis Kelly, who played guard a week ago, back playing right tackle, doing a good solid job there.
Sproles in the backfield. Give it to him. And Sproles out past the 35 to the 36. So many stellar years for Darren at San Diego and New Orleans. 11th year in the league.
I'll tell you quietly, there'll be a few people inside that Eagles building that'll tell you they think he's the best back on this team.
3rd and 2. There he goes again. Up to the 40-yard line.
You know, he just adds so much to this offense.
Philadelphia takes a timeout, and Lane Johnson is shaken up.
Why pause a spontaneous moment to take a pill? Or stop to find a bathroom? Cialis for daily use is approved to treat both erectile dysfunction and the urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a free 30-tablet trial.
Welcome. We have 3 Chevys here. All right. I want you to place this award on the podium next to the vehicle that you think was ranked highest in initial quality by J.D. Power.
Can I look around at them? Is that
Highest ranking in initial quality.
It's got to be this one.
This is it.
You are wrong.
Really?
Actually, it's all 3.
You tricked me.
J.D. Power ranked the Chevy Malibu, Silverado Half-Ton, and Equinox highest in initial quality in their segments.
That's impressive.
I'm very surprised.
I'm very surprised. Chevy hit 3 home runs.
Well, good news for Philadelphia. Johnson got rolled up on. You saw him on the ground when we went to commercial. He got up, he trotted to the sideline. He was going to stay out for a play, but since they called a timeout, he doesn't have to stay out for a play. Here's what happened to him, but he will be back in the lineup, and because of the timeout, he does not have to miss anything.
As Greg Hardy was diving to make that tackle, he landed on the back Lane Johnson's leg.
So the Eagles now, they have 2 timeouts left. We have 78 seconds to the half. And first down. And set up a screen, and this is Jordan Mathews, flagged down. He makes the tackle. He gets to the 50 pending the penalty.
Holding offense number 67. The 10-yard penalty enforced from the spot of the foul. Repeat first down.
That's Kelly, right tackle. Dennis Kelly.
And now that's the read option pass. So Sam Bradford does not run the ball. So what they do is they get the offensive line. So they leave this guy unblocked and move out here and just throw it. So instead of doing that where Bradford would run, he just pulls it down and throws that little pass with the blockers in front.
First and 16. And Sproles can't get out of the backfield. Clock keeps ticking down. It's second down and 16. Under a minute now remaining in the half.
I'll tell you that David Irving keeps making plays inside. Who would have figured he would have had the kind of impact that he's had already here? Not very often you pick somebody up, off the practice squad, I think it was,
of
the
Kansas
City Chiefs.
Sure was.
6'7" guy, big long arm guy against those short arm guards in there, and he's causing some problems.
Well, Philly letting the clock run all the way down here. Second and 16. To Sproles to the 40-yard line. So Chip Kelly looking to be quite content to go in at 7-7, and then he will not get the ball when we start the second half. Dallas won the toss and deferred. Now it's 3rd and 10. Barring a defensive foul, might be the last play, but it's not. David Irving came in and makes it 3rd down. That's a little odd management here.
Nothing odd about David Irving, though. This guy's turned into a monster for these guys up front. They were talking about him, said, you know, they were surprised that they got him, so they got him. So they're thinking, okay, guy off the practice squad, whatever. We'll put him into practice and see what he does. Tore it up the first week he got here. Yeah. So they had no plans of making him active whatsoever.
That's their second. It's a 30-second timeout.
Well, it's 4th down and 10, and they take a timeout. So will we.
Boxes in every room.
How are they always one step ahead of us?
Well, because their technology is far superior.
Or because they have someone on the inside. Isn't that right, Gil?
Sir, I would never.
He's with us.
Wearing a wire.
Take off his shirt.
Take off his shirt.
All right. I'm putting you in charge of the holiday party.
Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
We're back. There was the punt that will end the first half. Rolling dead at about the 10-yard line, and that will do it. Cowboys get the second half kickoff. We're tied 7-7 at the half. Coming up next, Toyota halftime after these messages from your NBC station.
Who we think we are.
Police!
And who we turn out to be. Are they ever the same?
There's family we're born into, and there's family that we make. Sometimes the right decision isn't in the book. Harley, don't get wobbly. One slip, and we all go tumbling down.
Lower the weapon. It's you who's under arrest.
You think I was gonna rat out my crew?
You have a daughter, don't you?
There's a rat on my team. I need to kill it.
Someone's talking. I can't go to jail.
Tell me the whole truth, or I'll shoot you right here.
He knows there's a mole. You're gonna get me killed.
Are you now, or have you ever been an informant for the FBI?
Shades of Blue, coming in January to NBC. See the full trailer on NBC.com or the NBC app.
They're popping up all over. Needle exchanges. But do they really get these off the streets? Because you expect more, we ask the most important question of all. Does this do more harm than good? You're paying for them, so I go undercover.
Monday at 11 or right now on wave3.com.
Extreme weather is always around the corner. Whatever happens this winter, we want to make sure you're ready to go. That's why we give you the earliest warning.
Kevin Harnett, Wave 3 News.
This winter, we're ready for it all.
At Longhorn, you're never torn between ordering steak and something else. Because now you can get steak and something else. Longhorn's great steak pairings are grilled sirloin with your choice of slow-roasted baby back ribs, Red Rock grilled shrimp, or Parmesan-crusted chicken. Tonight, only at Longhorn Steakhouse. You can't fake steak. And for lunch, try our new steak and bacon cheddar melt, or any steakhouse lunch combo starting at $7.
It's Integrity Staffing's Opportunity Open House hiring event. We have immediate job opportunities for seasonal warehouse positions at Amazon Fulfillment in Shepherdsville and Jeffersonville. You'll earn a great new pay rate of up to $15 an hour. Plus, if you apply now, you'll get a $100 sign-on bonus at select locations and a retention bonus. We're making instant job offers today during our open house. No appointment needed. Or start the process online at kyworknow.com. Apply now. Integrity Staffing, your opportunity engine.
There are other luxury cars starting around $29,900. But when put to the challenge, not one of them made this kind of, what's the word? Impact. The Audi A3, the only car in its class to receive both a 5-star overall safety rating and IIHS Top Safety Pick.
U of L hosts Kentucky Wesleyan Monday night at 7 on Wave 3 News.
Something was missing in Rodney's life. That was NFL Now, the easiest way to get more football since the dawn of the pigskin. Suddenly, he wasn't just Rodney, he was the Oracle of Rod.
Welcome to the Toyota Halftime. Let's go places.
Tie game at the half, and to tie up the day in the NFL, we go to Dan, Tony, and Rodney in the studio.
All right, Bob, thank you. Observations from the first half?
Well, I know the Eagles are trying to protect Sam Bradford with these short passes, but I want them to open up the offense a little bit, take some shots down the field.
Yeah, and Dallas dominated the game early, but they let Philadelphia hang around.
All right, running game working for the Eagles, though. Brian Mathews with 38. Murray has 37 yards. Time now for the Pick Six, the 6 plays we think you'll be talking about tomorrow. Aaron Rodgers threw 4 touchdowns, but didn't see a wide-open Randall Cobb at the end as Carolina stays undefeated.
Yeah, when I look at this offense, the intimidation factor is gone. These wide receivers are struggling to beat man-to-man coverage, Coach.
Yeah, they really missed Jordy Nelson. You can see that.
Vikings won in overtime but lost Teddy Bridgewater to a concussion after this hit by the Rams' LaMarcus Joyner.
Well, Coach Zimmer said this is a dirty hit, and I would have to agree. That's going to cost that kid a lot of money.
The Vikings are a playoff team, but they need Teddy Bridgewater healthy. Hopefully he's not out for an extended period of time.
You saw Coach Zimmer walk right by Jeff Fisher. Ben Roethlisberger out at least a couple of weeks. He's got a foot sprain. Landry Jones in relief hits Antonio Brown. This set up the game-winning field goal. Brown had 17 catches.
And Landry Jones is going to have to keep doing this while Ben's out. This team has great wide receivers. He's got to be able to use them.
Yeah, they're going to have to run the ball with D'Angelo Williams.
After a big comeback from the Broncos, Andrew Luck hits Ahmad Bradshaw. They took the lead for good in the fourth. Later in the fourth, the Broncos down 3, and Peyton Manning picked off by Darius Butler, Denver's first loss of the season. Big, big win for the Colts. But if you look at Denver now, they were talking a lot about that defense going into this game, how great it was. You got concerns with Denver?
It's still a great defense. I just think they got caught up in overlooking the Colts. They didn't keep their composure. They had a couple penalties, but also they had some communication breakdowns, Coach.
And my concerns with Denver are on the offensive side of the ball. Their offensive line still not opening holes for their running game, and Peyton Manning is turning the ball over every week. They can't continue that and keep winning.
Denver goes home to host Kansas City. Coming up, Bob Costas on the undefeated Panthers. But first, what was the most important day of your life? If football was involved, you might relate to these guys.
Let's go. Come on. Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh, fancy.
We all good? You got everything?
Yeah, I got everything.
What is he wearing? Are you serious?
Looks like you fellas need some help. What's up, Alex?
Got your burger, bro.
Yeah!
You spill that, you get that on your tongue.
You should let me drive. You look tense.
I'm not tense. Look at these guys.